What's good? What's good? Not the Joe Biden presidency, or should I say the Harris Biden presidency. They are dropping red pills like there's no tomorrow. They're carpet bombing this fucking country with red pills. And it's very bittersweet. It is so bittersweet because it hurts my heart and my soul watching what is going on. But it gives me hope seeing more and more people waking up to what is going on. This spiritual war is fucking fully raging, and people are beginning to stand up more. People are beginning to have more courage. People are calling things out, and that's good. But others are digging their heels and their heads into the ground. Last year, at some point, I had commented on a friend's Facebook post. God, man, social media is so fucking toxic now. But I had said that I think Alexandria Ocasio Cortez is disingenuous. I cited some things she has said, and I added to it the fact that her inflection, her body language, other variables just give me in my gut, speaking of check your gut, my gut tells me she is a fucking fake. And so that check your gut, look at her most recent clip about the surge. She is such a Fabianistic tool. So she's disingenuous in that she understands she needs the establishment. She understands that their movement, that far left movement, needs the establishment to accomplish their objectives. So she is playing such a double crossing game. I don't think that she likes supporting the Biden or Harris Biden administration. I think she is gritting her teeth as she does it. She's being Machiavellian in an ends justifies the means sort of approach. And I have a problem with that. If your philosophical guiding light needs to be concealed, that raises questions because light, transparency, that's how you build unity. That's how you build a movement of love and compassion. If you have to be subversive and disingenuous and fake to accomplish your objectives, how will we ever know when you're being real? How? You're just like every other fucking politician. So fake. Are there any real politicians left? Do you actually believe that our government is looking out for our best interests? More and more people are waking up. Those 2022 midterm elections are going to be eye-opening. The GOP is going to win a lot more seats. And I understand there's a huge argument over the racism of voter ID laws, but are we forgetting about the oppression and totalitarian measures of vaccine passports? So it's racist to require an ID to vote, but we're going to require everyone to show their papers to engage in commerce or travel? How does that make any sense? How? The puppet masters are growing more and more concerned. The control is becoming more overt and authoritarianistic. Authoritarian might not authoritarian. Yes, authoritarian. It is not too late for you to stand up. It is, I believe, the responsibility of individuals who identify within a community or group to call out those within their associated group and groups who are spewing nonsense or acting crazy. What is the left anymore? It's a mess. There are so many fringe factions forming, and the same thing's happening on the right, but I think they're being more inclusive and cohesive in their efforts, so they're growing while the left is being divided. And so that's one of the other reasons I believe that the conservatives are going to gain more power in the midterms. Let's make a bet. I have some hair and a beard. I need some cash. Let's make it happen. Caveat being, if they fortify these elections, we'll have to call it off. But if that wasn't a slap in the face, a fortified election, I have a lot of conversations with people who are too afraid to speak up, but that fear and lack of courage will enable the growth of this cultural cancer that is overtaking our country. This angry, hateful, nihilistic ideology of Marxism, communism, Leninism, Fabianism, anything that seeks to grow the power of the state and of the institutions that control our lives, and anything that seeks to take your power away. If your philosophical guiding light does not involve life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, there's something wrong with you. It has been said, or Nietzsche said something, I'm going to paraphrase here, that most modern philosophers don't engage in philosophy anymore. They simply are rationalizing their pathologies. A fucking men to that. So many people who are pathologically obsessed with power are creating these insane narratives to manipulate the minds of the masses. And then these narratives are inconsistent and only used as weapons. One example, the narrative that there's no difference between men and women. Patently absurd. Yet, if they can get people to believe that, that proves to them that their brainwashing techniques are working. And then that also creates a platform for power dynamics. Everything in this current socio-political atmosphere or climate is about power. How funny that now Foucault, the person who talks about power a lot, is being exposed for the fucking piece of shit that he was. So I understand that people are going to make mistakes. And that's the beauty of grace and forgiveness and compassion, is that if you show remorse, if you express contrition, if you truly learn and grow from your mistakes, you should absolutely be forgiven. But let it be known that as he was dying from HIV and AIDS himself, he was having unprotected sex with people and not telling them. Is that the type of person whose philosophical values you want to be aligned with? So power, yes, it is all about power. If you have power over yourself, you do not need power over other people. If you're afraid of the power within yourself, you're going to control other people because you understand that they also have a power drive within them. If you cannot conquer your own power drive, you're going to constantly be trying to conquer other people because you're afraid of their power drive. If you're not afraid of your own power drive, if you understand your ego, your id, if you understand yourself, you're not going to want to control other people. If you don't understand why you're a deviant, you're going to want to control other people. To be human is to be somewhat deviant. I've said in other videos that our evolution into civilization is very new. This age of enlightenment, this age of reason is very, very new in the human time frame of evolution. That's what this chaos is about. Emergence requires chaos. And there is an emergence of conscious evolution on the horizon. It's going to require us to master ourselves and then bring that light into our communities to help other people master themselves. It's not about controlling other people. Freedom. If you don't want freedom for other people, what is wrong with you? What is the biggest source of our lack of freedom in this world? It is not other people in your community. It is the institutions that we have given our power to. We have given it away. But when you think about all the propaganda that we're being inundated with, the fact that things like marijuana and psilocybin have been made illegal, people have been pushed away from awakening their mind, body, and souls. They have been pushed into the factories and into the production lifestyle. The yin and yang of life, materialism is not all bad, but we as a society have been collectively brainwashed into striving to create just this bullshit materialistic world that really only benefits the 1%, the rich, the people who have the resources. And they like it. And that's why they want to keep it going. It's going to be a really rough next few years, probably 5 to 10 years at least, if not longer. Who knows how long this war is going to go? But the sooner we can rally together as a people, as a human race against the ruling class, the sooner we can make strides of progress. I feel the tides are turning. I really do. But it's in an unfortunate sort of cultural war escalation capacity. I see that the conservatives are learning how to play the culture war and they're getting good at it. Add into the fact that the left are pushing people away is not helping matters. I'm not a conservative, but I see what they're doing. I'm not a liberal, but I see what they're doing. I try very hard to step back and objectively look at things. And I admit I'm a human, so I am not perfect at that. But I'm not trying to defend any movement or party or platform right now. I'm just trying to create unity. And that's going to first require transparency in your philosophical drivers, transparency in the end world that you want to create, transparency into what you believe in. I don't think AOC is transparent. I don't think our government as a whole is transparent. How do we begin to shed a light on that darkness? That deep, deep, swampy darkness? Because it's not your neighbors and it's not the left or the right that's the issue. It's the machine itself. Thank you for listening to this rant. I hope that I didn't trigger you too much, and I hope that maybe we can find some common ground, because I do believe I am open to movement on my positions. But most of my positions are centered around giving you agency, autonomy, liberty, freedom, and resources. That's what I believe in. If you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I want you to just ascend that bitch as best as you can, seeking your most authentic and fulfilled life. And we have the resources on this planet to truly make an awesome life for as many people as possible. But we're not going to do that until we get rid of the freaking government that is stealing your money, stealing your freedoms, and dividing you. Hippie Jesus said, love thy neighbor as thyself. If you love yourself, you're going to love other people. If you're afraid of yourself, you're going to be afraid of other people. Projection, classical psychological projection. I believe in you. You are worthy of love and compassion. Together, we can accomplish this mission. Thank you very much.